Good morning and a warm welcome to everyone joining us today for this insightful national webinar on mutual funds, a gateway to wealth creation and financial freedom. We are honored to have esteemed speakers, faculty members, students, and industry experts with us today. This webinar is organized by the School of Management, CMR University, in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds in India, Amfi. Before we begin, I kindly request everyone to ensure their microphones are on mute to maintain clarity during the session. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. To commence today's event, it is my privilege to invite Dr. Divya Tangam Varghese, Associate Professor and Head of Department, School of Management, CMR University, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mayansa. Good morning, everyone. It's my great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this national webinar on mutual funds, a gateway to wealth creation and financial freedom. We are honored to have with us a distinguished expert in the field of Mr. Suryakant, Senior Consultant, AMFI, former DGM of SEBI, who will be sharing valuable insights on how mutual funds can serve as a powerful tool for financial growth and independence. At the outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed Dean, Dr. R.K. Vaidyanathan, sir, whose continuous support and guidance have been instrumental in organizing such knowledge-driven initiatives. I also extend a very hearty welcome to the program coordinator of this national webinar, Dr. S. Ayyappan, sir, and also our faculty members of the School of Management who play a very important role in shaping the young minds, and to our students whose enthusiasm and eagerness to learn make events like this very meaningful. So in today's dynamic financial landscape, understanding investment options is essential for achieving long-term financial security. So mutual funds offer a very structured and strategic approach to wealth creation. And through this session, we hope to equip you with the knowledge and confidence to make informed investment decisions. Once again, I thank you all for joining us. Let us make the session an enriching and interactive experience, wishing everyone a fruitful learning journey. Thank you. Over to you, Mayansa.
For the warm welcome and for setting the tone for today's session. Now I take a great pleasure in inviting our distinguished academic leader, Dr. R.K. Vaidyanathan, Professor, Dean, School of Management, CMR University, to deliver the keynote address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Session. HOD of MBA CMR University, the organizer Dr. Ayyappan, and the scholar Mr. Moyen, and my dear students. The best way to learn the best thing is to associate with practitioners, which means people like the guest who joined with us today. It's my privilege to associate myself with today's program because of two things. One is, presently in corporate, before selecting the candidates from any B schools, they assess their expertise in knowing things away from academics. So to teach the instruments and financial instruments, what's happening in the field of share markets, what's happening in derivatives, mutual funds, banks, and what are the policy changes that are taking places, how companies react to that, and factors considered by the investors before investing. And all these things to be taught to the students to understand the rupee value and how it is invested, how investments can be postponed, how returns are yielded, and how income tax department reacts to that, and what's happening in the world market, and how international and multinational companies are reacting to these situations. All these things are brought only through programs like this. And that's the reason whenever people bring me programs of this type, I immediately approve and get it to the next level, because we want students to be highly updated. That too in markets, whatever happens, that can be brought by guest speakers like today. So that way, I congratulate Dr. Ayyappan and his team for organizing such wonderful happening in the market. So I will appreciate if students interact well and get to know, and such things should be continuous, not 1 day or 2 days. And if possible, I would advise Dr. Ayyappan to conduct one more live session also in the classroom physical session where students can interact much. I thank the guests who have joined today, and I congratulate the team for organizing this. Have a nice program and have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insight. Now I have the honor of introducing our distinguished resource person for today's session, our speaker. He is a postgraduate in commerce and law with a specialization in corporate laws. He is also a chartered associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. With over 35 years of experience in banking, finance, and the securities market, he initially served in a leading financial institution before moving to the Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India. He joined the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, in 2003 and served there for more than 16 years across various departments. He was in charge of the Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northern region for over 5 years, during which more than 15,000 financially literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted. He personally addressed over 600 IAPs as guest speaker. He was also a member of NCRT working group responsible for developing a vocational course on mutual funds for class 11 and 12 grade students. Recognized for his contributions, he received the Excellence Award from a leading trade body for promoting mutual funds in India. After his retirement from SEBI in 2019, he joined the Amfi, Association of Mutual Funds in India, the apex body of mutual funds in India, as a senior consultant. His mission is to spread financial literacy and investor awareness across the country. Since May 2019, he has interacted with lakhs of investors and potential investors as well, including students, through over 1,000 investor awareness programs, both online and offline, across government organizations, research institutions, education and professional institutions, corporates, startups, women-centric NGOs. It is an absolute privilege to have him with us today. Without further ado, I invite Mr. Suryakant, sir, to address the gathering. Sir, the platform is all yours.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you, Mr. Man, for giving introduction of mine to all the participants. I'm also thankful to the Dean of the Management Department of the prestigious CMR University. I remember this is the second interaction I am having with you. Earlier, I think maybe even during COVID, we had one session on general investments, but now you have specifically this time given me a chance to talk about the mutual funds. But before I start my session, two, three things I wish to clarify here to all the participants. This program is from Association of Mutual Funds in India, Amfi, which is an apex body of mutual funds in India. But my dear friends, this program is not a promotional event or a marketing event for mutual funds. I want to make it very clear. This is purely a program dedicated for making you aware about the mutual fund as an investment product. That's all. One more thing I want to add here, that mutual fund is not the only investment product available in the investment arena. There are a lot of other investment products available. Every product of investment has their plus and minus points, advantage and disadvantage, merits and demerits. So mutual fund is also one of them. So please take it that way only. But mutual fund has got some distinct features, which I will try to brought out for you for the better understanding of the mutual fund as an investment product. But before coming to the mutual fund, I will take 2-3 minutes to dwell upon the importance of being an investor. And my dear friends, you might be aware, and particularly Dean sir will definitely appreciate it, that this country has been a country of savers for centuries together. We have been savers, and saving is in our blood. I'm not saying anything new here. We have been savers for centuries together. Every generation has been savers. Why we have been savers? Again, because of the peculiar mindset we have in our society. That is, Indian society is family-centric society. We attach utmost importance to the family. Rather, family come first, even than me. When students might realize it when they develop their families, but their parents are well aware how your parents are doing the best for you, even sacrificing lot of things for themselves. So saving is the first step, but my dear friends, unfortunately, my generation did a blunder. That is what is that? We kept the saving at home. And that was a blunder on part, Mr. Bhavan, you will appreciate. We were savers, but we kept the saving at home. So the purpose of saving, I personally feel, was itself defeated. So now the time has come when we should not keep our saving at home. Rather, we should put this saving into one or other investment product. And that the process of putting your money into one or other product is called investment. And the purpose of investment is very simple and distinct. My money which I have saved, the money which I have been putting in one or other product should start earning money for me. And that should be second channel of income for me. So my dear friends, investment is the second channel of income for you. And sometimes it is more important, or it is more beneficial, or it is more rewarding than even whatever you are doing. And if you are a job, you get salary. If you are a business, you get profit. If you are in a profession, you get professional fees. So whatever you are doing, you get salary. Hello. So what I want to tell you is that investment is very, very important, not only from the perspective of making money, but also for giving better and comfortable life to your family and to yourself, and to have your wish achieved or thought of what you have in mind. That is why investment is very, very important. And now the time has come that we have to be investor. Now coming to the present session, because there are plenty of investment options available, but since you have given me topic to speak only on mutual funds, so I will confine myself to the mutual fund. Now, first of all, mutual fund is only one of the products available in the market. That you should be well aware. Mutual fund is only one of the many products available in the market. And secondly, mutual fund is not an investment as such. Most people still feel that I'm making investment in mutual funds. Mutual fund is not an investment as such, my dear friends. It is a channel for investment, Mr. Mahan, that will give you opportunity to invest in different asset class, financial and non-financial as well. And that's the peculiarity mutual funds has. So mutual fund is not an asset investment product. It is a channel for investment. Secondly, it is an indirect way of investing. You are not investing. you are giving your money to some experts. Naturally, Mr. Maan and a participant may ask me why we should give our money to other people or third party. There may be three reasons for which you might consider giving your money to others. Number one, and that is most important one. I don't have knowledge of the market, or I don't have knowledge of the investment products available in the market, but they people whom I am giving my money are relatively better placed to make investment decision for maximizing return on investment. So they are experts, but again, my dear friends, they are not God. They are experts only. They may also make mistakes because in investment, particularly in security market, nobody can be God. Nobody can precisely predict where the market would be after 1 week, after 1 month, after 1 year, after 10 years. Nobody can. All make presumptions. Everybody make presumptions. You might be seeing a lot of so-called TV experts coming on business channel day in day out. They will be forecasting about particular individual share, about the sector, about the economy. A lot of things they keep telling to the people. But I personally feel nobody can predict precisely where the market will be or what will be the return on your investments, particularly in mutual funds. So this is what I was telling you here. Mutual fund is indirect way of investing. You are not investing your money directly. You are giving your money to some expert. But the purpose of giving your money is very simple and distinct. I want maximum return on my investment. That's the only purpose. It's not a social cause you are giving your money to him or her. You are giving your money to the expert. They are technically called fund managers with the expected of getting maximum return on your investments. Secondly, you don't have time. And my dear friends, investment is a serious business. It's a very serious thing. If you are casual in investment, you may not get the return which you might otherwise entitled to or have right to. So you have to be in the investment all the time. You have to be very serious while making all your investment decisions. Not only while making all investment decisions, but also after making decisions, you have to keep an eye very closely how your investments are performing. So investment is a serious business, and that requires your time. And perchance you don't have time. Why? Because you are in job, you are in business, you are in a profession, you are involved in whatever you are doing. And secondly, you don't have experience. You don't have experience of investment. But people to whom you are giving your money are experts in investment management. But again, I tell you, they are experts, they have got experience, so their decisions are likely to be better. Again, underline likely to be better than what you could have made as an individual. That is why you may think of giving your money to the mutual funds. And in mutual fund, there are plenty of schemes, around 1,500, 1,300 plus schemes are there. All different schemes. All different schemes have different object and purpose and tone and tenor. And these 1,500 schemes are being run by 45 plus mutual funds, which are technically called asset management companies in the country. So there are 45, 46 asset management companies. Every day, one inclusion is there because of the growing market. And they are running more than 1,300, 1,400 schemes. And every scheme is distinct and has been started for the distinct purpose. And their philosophy of every scheme is also different. And here I want to add here that mutual fund is strongly regulated by SEBI. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is not a cheat fund. Mutual fund industry is strongly regulated by SEBI, which is the regulator of security market in India. every aspect of the scheme, every aspect of the AMC is closely watched and monitored by SEBI as a regulator security market. So mind it, it is strongly regulated by SEBI. It is a regulated product. It is not a unregulated product. And there are plenty of unregulated products in the market. Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committee. You might have heard a lot of names. Sahara, PACL. In South also, a lot of people, or even last week I was reading a newspaper article that one fellow duped more than 1700 crores of rupees of the people of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. These things, this news keep coming in. Why? Why people invest in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees? Have you ever thought of it? Only because of greed. Because they promise you higher return than the normal return. They will promise you doubling your money in 4 years. They will promise you doubling your money and giving you 20-25% return. They can't. They can't. That is why I always keep emphasizing, particularly young people like you, never, never, never invest, deposit or give a single penny to the Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees, and always investment in the products which are investment products which are regulated by financial regulators. And there are 4 financial regulators you must be aware. That is RBI, looking after bank deposits and NBFCs, SEBI taking care of security market, PFRDA taking care of pension schemes like NPS, and then IRDA, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, taking care of all insurance related products in the country. So please invest only in the products, investment products which are regulated by the financial regulators, not beyond that, including cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is not yet legalized. That's why I am very emphatic in my sessions. Never, never invest a single penny in cryptocurrency until and unless government, or for that matter RBI, gives it some legal sanctity. Till today, cryptocurrency has got no legal sanctity, so never invest a single penny. So again, coming to the mutual fund. Mutual fund is indirect way of investing, where you are not directly investing your money. You are giving your money to the experts, which are technically called fund manager, to invest your money. And when you are giving your money to them, you are putting your money into one or other schemes which are being run by the mutual funds. So there are distinct schemes which having distinct purpose and objects. Some schemes are there where sole purpose is to generate maximum return for you. But in those scenarios, risk will be there. There are schemes in the mutual funds which have got relatively lesser schemes, lesser risk, but they will give you reasonable return, but while taking care of your risk as well. And in mutual fund, there are schemes which had literally got very little risk, because in those schemes your pooled money will be invested into government securities or government related instruments. So mutual fund is nothing but pooling of resources by individuals. People like you and me, lakhs of people pool their money into one scheme. Then fund manager has got crores of rupees. Then he take a call to invest your money as per the guidelines and criteria of the scheme. And one more thing I want to mention here. Mutual fund schemes. Mutual fund schemes are prone to security market volatility mostly. So mind it. Mind it. Nobody in the mutual fund can give you guaranteed return. And my dear friends, if anybody is giving you guarantee about the a particular level of return, he's mind it, he's not fair person. Avoid him. Avoid her. In mutual fund and for that matter, security market, nobody can give you guarantee. So because majority of the mutual fund scheme relates to security market only, majority. But you may not be aware that in mutual funds, there are schemes beyond security market as well. In mutual fund, my dear friends, schemes are there where your money will be invested into real estate and property. In mutual fund, there are schemes where your money will be invested into gold or commodities market. And in mutual fund, schemes are there, my dear friends, where your money will be invested into international corporates like Amazon, Google, Facebook. So you can get opportunity to invest in Google, rightly sitting at your home or in your city, to be part of the investment journey in Google or some other big. That facility is also available, and that is available through international funds. So in mutual fund, schemes are available as per your risk appetite. You have to identify the scheme as per your risk appetite. In mutual fund, schemes are there. There are schemes which have got highest risk, like equity funds, where your money will be invested into the equity shares. But in the mutual fund, there are schemes which has relatively got lesser risk, that is hybrid funds, where some of your money will be invested into equity share and some of money will be given as a loan to the corporates or entities. And then there are schemes in the mutual fund where they will exclusively invest your money only in debt instrument of the corporates. Only debt instruments. Only they will give loan to the corporates. So there are distinct features of each scheme. So you can choose mutual fund scheme as per your risk appetite. Likewise, my dear friends, in mutual fund, schemes are available as per your time horizon of investment. What time horizon of investment you have? And Mr. Mayan, you might not be aware, in mutual fund,
Yes, sir.
there is a scheme which is called overnight funds, where you can invest only for one night. You invest tomorrow evening and you withdraw tomorrow morning, only for one night, and you will get some return. Of course, very marginal, but you will get some return. So, and then in mutual fund schemes are there where you can invest for a week, for a month, or max for 3 months. That is liquid funds. Very short period of tenure. Then there are schemes in the mutual fund where you can invest for 3 months, 6 months, ultra short-term debt funds. Then there are other schemes in the mutual fund where you can invest money for 6 months to 1 year to 3 year, and then for 3 year to 5 year to 10 year to 50 years. So in mutual fund, schemes are available as per your risk appetite, and schemes are available as per your time horizon of investments. So both these things are available to you, and that is the distinct feature of mutual funds. And what are the normally advantage of the mutual fund? But before coming to the advantage, Mr. Mayan, I will come to the disadvantage. And what is disadvantage? Mutual fund, in most of the mutual fund schemes, are related to market risk. Means if the market goes up, you might get good return. If the market is stable, you might get reasonable return. If the market goes down, you may even suffer temporary losses. So this is the disadvantage. But what is the advantage of the mutual fund? Number one, it is professionally managed. Mutual fund schemes are professionally managed by experts. Those who are managing investments in mutual funds are the experts of the security market or the particular domain in which they have started a scheme. Second one is risk diversification. Suppose Mr. Mayan decides to invest in security market and he take one share of some shares of a company. That is his limitation. Maybe one company, maybe two companies. But in mutual fund, if he invests his money in one of the equity funds, and like him, lakhs of other people are also investing in that scheme, then the fund manager will have huge corpus of crores of rupees, and that he can invest in a number of companies, maybe 5, maybe 50, maybe 100, maybe more than that. So automatically your risk will be diversified. Because if you invest in one or two company, your risk is related to the performance of that one or two companies. But if your money is invested into 100 companies or more than 100 companies, risk will automatically diversify, because it will always happen that some companies will perform very well. Some companies will perform good, some companies will perform okay, and some companies may perform even below par. So if you are investing in, if the mutual fund scheme is investing in 100 companies, there is a possibility that few of them might do very well, and some of you might do reasonably, and few of them might not do reasonably even, or rather low into losses. So it will be average out. So in mutual fund, risk diversification of is there. Then affordability and convenience. This is the third distinct feature of mutual funds. You can start investing with a very small amount, very small amount. Not a big amount is required. You can start investing with even 500 rupees. This is such a small amount where you can start investment in mutual fund. But if you go for the 500 rupees bank deposit, I think bank people may not agree to you. Of course, there is no bar as such, but they will say, sir, give us a good deposit. And likewise, if you go for the real estate or gold or for other products, you will definitely need very good amount to invest. But in mutual fund, you can start investment in a very, very short period. Then fourth feature is liquidity. The basic benefit of mutual fund schemes are they are liquid. At any time you can withdraw. Of course, to be prudent, you should not withdraw so frequently. That's a different thing. But that facility is always available to you that you can withdraw your money or return at any point of time. And one more feature in liquidity is there, Mr. Mayan. You might remember that in bank FD, suppose you go for a bank FD of 5 lakhs rupees, Mr. Mayan, and for 1 year. After 6 months, suppose you need 2 lakh rupees. You go to the bank and ask them, sir, I want 2 lakh rupees, some emergency is there, and I have already got 10 lakhs bank FD with you. What bank manager will tell you, Mr. Mayan? Yes, Mr. Mayan, you have bank FD with us for 10 lakh rupees, but we can't give you 2 lakh rupees out of that bank FD. There are two options available with you. Either you withdraw, either you close the whole FD of 10 lakh rupees, get 2 lakh rupees, and get a fresh FD of 8 lakh rupees. Of course, some concession, some loss might you have to suffer on that. Or alternatively, you can raise loan of 2 lakh rupees against 10 lakh rupees FD, but then you will have to pay interest. But in mutual fund, my dear friends, suppose you have got a corpus of 10 lakh rupees accumulated over a period of time, you can withdraw even 1000 rupees. No question asked. So in mutual fund, liquidity is there. Then it is a very low cost product, very low cost. Because SEBI has kept a cap on the fees to be charged by the mutual fund companies. In equity fund, the fees is relatively higher because it has to be a dynamic fund. You have to do it all the time. But in debt funds, the fees is very, very low. And again, because of competition, my dear friends, among us, the mutual fund companies, the charges or fees have relatively come down. So that is also available in the mutual fund. And then, as I just mentioned, mutual fund is strongly regulated by SEBI. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is not a chit fund. It is strongly regulated by SEBI. Then it is also tax efficient. In bank FD, you might not be aware, Mr. Man. Whatever interest you earn on bank FD will be treated as your income, and you will have to pay income tax as per your income tax slab. Suppose if you come in 30% bracket, you will have to pay 30% on the interest earned by you on bank FD. But in mutual fund, there are two categories, that is long-term capital gain and short-term capital gain. If you withdraw your money within 1 year, then whatever profit or whatever return you have got, on that you will have to pay 20% capital gain. But if you withdraw your money after 1 year, that is normally called long term, 1 year, 3 year difference, some differentiation between debt and equity is also there. Your tax liability will be only 12.5% on capital as capital gain. So what I want to tell you, that mutual fund is also tax efficient. But of course, in mutual fund, risk is there, my dear friends. But risk can be averaged out over a period of time. So what is always advised to the middle class, salary class person, please never be a short-term investor. Just like trader, just like jobber, or just don't go into F&O segment at all. SEBI has been warning time and again, day in, day out, to all the retail investors, F&O segment is not for you. And SEBI has recently come out with a data also, my dear friends, that 96% of the retail investors have lost money in F&O segment of the security market. Please avoid it. Then what to do? You be a long-term investor. Think of your long-term planning. Think of your goals or think the requirement of your money in future in your life, and accordingly you start planning and investing through mutual funds. Of course, as I just mentioned, mutual funds are market risk, but it will again risk will be averaged out automatically over a period of time, because sometime market will go up, sometime market will go down. So your risk will automatically be averaged out. And as I just mentioned, mutual fund is one of the most transparent product in the country amongst the investment product. Because suppose again I come to the FD, suppose Mr. Mayan has gone for a bank FD of 1 lakh rupees with a bank for 1 year. After 6 months, he visit the bank and just ask the manager, sir, I just want to know where my 1 lakh rupees has been invested by the bank, or where my 1 lakh rupees has been, to whom it has been given. Bank manager will laugh at you. And what he will say, sorry, sir, this information I can't give you. Because even I don't know where 1 lakh rupees of yours has been invested. But in the case of mutual fund, my dear, every fortnight and every month, you get a detailed statement of the scheme where your money has been invested penny by penny. Every investor you might have invested 1,000 rupees, or the third person might have invested 10 crore rupees. Every investor is at par in getting information on mutual fund. So it is the most transparent product. Every month you are shared with all the details of your portfolio of that particular scheme, where your money has been invested, in which company, what are the number of shares which the purchase at what price, and what is the price of this company. Everything, every information is shared with you on regular basis, which no other product will give with you. And my dear friends, mutual fund has got established track record over last 10, 15 years or 20 years for that matter. Mutual fund has consistently been performing relatively better, sometimes even better than the security market. So it has an established track record. One more thing I want to tell you about mutual fund is entry of investment and exit out of investment from mutual fund is damn easy. Now you can invest your money in mutual fund schemes online only. You need not go to any bank or some mutual fund office to invest your money. Everything is available online. So entry and exit both are online, and not only investment is easy, but also redemption is also equally very damn easy. You can invest at any time online, and you can withdraw your money online at time. Hardly it will take 1 to 2 days to get the money from the mutual, in the case of mutual fund redemption. Mutual fund has got two options of getting return. One is direct plan, other one is regular plan. In direct plan, you are directly going to the websites or the channels of the mutual fund and investing your money. No third person is involved. You and the mutual fund AMC or the company. It is called direct plan. If you are not able to do because of some lesser knowledge of net of IT and all these things, you are not so comfortable investing online, then other option is also made available to you, that is through regular plan. In regular plan, my dear friends, you will need to take services or help of the mutual fund, local mutual fund distributors. And there are 3 lakh plus mutual fund distributors across country. In Vijayawada also, there must be a good number of mutual fund distributors available. You can get the list of those mutual funds on the website of Amfi. All details, contact details are there. You can go to them and invest, take that. They will come to you. They will come with a form or application form. They will get the form filled. They will help you out in fulfilling the form. They will take document from you, and then they will go and deposit your documents with the mutual fund company concerned, and then your mutual fund will be started. So again, there are 2 options: direct plan, regular plan. In direct plan, no third party is there. You are directly investing on the website or the channel of the mutual fund. In regular plan, you are taking help of the authorized person, that are those who are called mutual fund distributors. But mind it, in direct plan, your return will always be higher. Why? Because no third party is there. But in the regular plan, since mutual fund distributor is in between you and the AMC, he or she will definitely get some commission. He is not doing any social service. He is getting some commission, and that commission will go out of your return. So, in the same scheme, if you invest in, if the same scheme, if you invest in, so in mutual fund, at least SEBI is promoting that you should go with the direct plan. But again, if you are going with the direct plan, please do have knowledge of the mutual fund schemes. Because in regular plan, mutual fund distributor will be there to advise you to invest in particular that scheme or this scheme. So that is up to you. But in direct plan, return will always be higher in the same scheme. And the return in the regular, if you opt for the regular plan, return will be relatively lesser in the same scheme. So in the same scheme, 2 set of returns are there. One for the direct plan holders, unit holders, and other is for regular plan holders. If you are investing directly, your return will be relatively higher. If you are investing through regular plan, your return will be relatively lesser, because some portion of return will go as fees to the mutual fund distributor. So that is also there. Then in mutual fund, there are some distinct abbreviations you must know. The first one and the most common thing is, most common abbreviation which everybody might have heard, that is SIP, SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. My dear friends, SIP is nothing but you are regularly investing in a particular scheme. It is just like a recurring account. You might have, if you are already earning, or if you talk to your parents, they will say you that most of the middle class, salary class person have one or other time done recurring account, have opened recurring account with the bank or post offices. And recurring account is nothing but regularly depositing a permanent, a fixed amount in that account. The SIP is just like a recurring account. You are investing a particular amount every month. Mostly SIP can even be on daily basis, can be on weekly basis, can be on monthly basis, or half yearly basis, or quarterly basis. But since in India people get salary, those who are particularly salary class person, those who get salary on monthly basis, most of the SIPs are run on monthly basis. That is called monthly SIP. So every month you are depositing or you are investing some amount. And again, for investment in mutual fund through SIP, you need not go to the bank or the mutual fund company. Everything is available on online itself. So you can start your SIP online itself in any of the scheme which you have selected for your investments. So SIP is nothing but regularly investing. The minimum amount of SIP for earners, those who are already earning money, is 500 rupees. Maximum, there is no limit. You can start SIP with even 5 crore rupees if you afford to. But minimum amount of SIP for the students who have yet not started earning but are keen to invest in mutual fund is only 100 rupees. So for students, I will encourage them to start a good SIP, an SIP in a good equity fund or some nifty fund which are focused on the nifty movement only to start with. So SIP is nothing but starting regularly, investing regularly. And my dear friends, you might be reading in newspaper, crores and crores of young people, particularly, especially, have started investing through SIP in mutual fund. And even today also there is newspaper in the news is there. Amfi releases monthly data by 10th of every month. 25,000 crore plus are coming into mutual fund through SIP route only. Means people like you and me and mostly service class people have started SIP investment. So SIP is nothing but you are investing regularly. I just give you one example to make sense, to make a fair idea how mutual fund SIP can do wonders in your life. Suppose a person at the age of 20 started an SIP of 500 rupees, only 500 rupees. Every month he is investing 500 rupees in some particular equity scheme. Investment will be automatic. You have to give a mandate to the bank that this much of amount can be deducted from my salary to the AMC. Then a request will come to the bank from the mutual fund company for getting money of your SIP every month. Date also you can decide, right? From 1st to 31st, anything, any date you can decide. So date also you can decide. Date also you can decide. So every month you are investing only 500 rupees. And money is going from your bank and being invested automatically. And by the date of your investment, once your investment is made by evening, you get a message from the mutual fund company that this much, that this SIP amount we had received, and we have been that has been invested, and you have been allotted particular units of that scheme, because units are allotted. And you started SIP at the age of 20, just for example's sake, and you continued with the SIP for 40 years. Every month 500 rupees is going out of your bank account and being invested for 40 big long period, of course, but very beneficial. So just for example sake, suppose you started investment of 500 rupees of an SIP in a good equity fund, and every month you are investing 500 rupees only. After 40 years, when you become 60, I'm presuming a return of only 12%, whereas as mutual fund, particularly equities, has given more than 15% return over a period of time. Average out. Not every time, average out. 12, I am presuming only 12% return. You are investing only 500 rupees, my dear Mr. Mayan. After 40 years, you will have a corpus of 48 lakhs. 48 lakhs corpus you will have. But this is not the end, my dear friend. This is just the beginning. The one more beneficial and prudent way is available. That is called top-up SIP or step-up SIP. What is that? It is simply you are increasing amount of SIP every year. Every year. Why? Because Mr. Mayan, you will get increment in wherever you are employed. You will get increase in your salary. Your package will increase. So with the increase in your income, you can increase the amount of SIP as well annually. And ideally, if you can, you should increase your SIP by 10% every year. Suppose you started with 500 rupees in the first year, second year it should be 550 rupees. And that again can be automatically done. No need to go to anywhere else. You simply have to tick a column that I want to increase my SIP by 10%. So next year automatically 550 will be deducted from your bank account. Third year again 10% inclusion of 550. Every year you are including, you are increasing your SIP by 10%, incremental increase. If you do, and I think you must do that, that is called step up SIP and top up SIP. My dear Mr. Mayan, in flat SIP, you had got 48 lakhs, a corpus over a period of 40 years. But if you go for the step up SIP or top up SIP, you are increasing your SIP amount every year by 10%. After 40 years, flat SIP had given you a corpus of 48 lakhs, my dear friend. But in step up SIP or top up SIP, your corpus would be 1 crore 92 lakhs. 1 crore 92 lakhs as compared to 48 lakhs. Why? Because you are increasing your SIP amount every year. So top up SIP and step up SIP is the best way of accumulating huge corpus over a period of time. Mr. Mayan, I know a lot of my friends like you, particularly young professionals, young academicians, who have started not one SIP but more than one SIP. And each SIP is target oriented SIP. Target oriented, no casual approach. One SIP you have started for purchase of house. Second SIP you have started for purchase of vehicle. And third SIP you have started for going on vacation, foreign vacation, Switzerland, USA. With that target, you have started third SIP. Fourth SIP, for your higher education of your children after 2025 years, you already planned how you will have huge amount in your hands for your education of your kids after 25 years. Fifth SIP can be of marriage of the children. And last SIP for that is for your retirement life. For leading a comfortable retirement life, you will need huge amounts. So as a prudent person, what you have done now, you started a dedicated SIP only for your retirement life to develop a retirement corpus. So you can start multiple SIPs at one time with target in focus, with target in mind. And I know, Mr. Mayan, a lot of my friends who have started 5, 6 SIPs with target, again I'm telling you with target, with an object assigned to a particular SIP. So SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person particularly. Start SIP as early as you can. Continue with the SIP as long as you can. Start SIP, start more than one SIP if you can. Continue upgrading the amount of SIP through step up SIP or top up SIP if you can. The magic will automatically happen in your life. But Mr. Mayan, it will take minimum 15 to 20 years. Don't think of getting return in 1 year, 2 year or 3 years. That fallacy is not available in the mutual fund at least. That is why we always keep emphasizing to people like you, be a long-term investor. So SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person, and every person should know. And it is a very happy to note that now crores and crores of middle class people, Mr. Mayan, has started SIP. That is why 25,000 crores every year. Oh, sorry, 25,000 crore every month is coming into mutual fund through SIP only. So SIP is going to be a very big game for the middle class, salary class person. The second term is STP. One is SIP, second one is STP, Systematic Transfer Plan. STP is nothing, my dear friends, but just first you decide the scheme where you want to invest. As a prudent decision, you must not invest your lump sum amount in a scheme in one go. Suppose, Mr. Mayank, you have got 5 lakh rupees with you and you want to invest 5 lakh rupees in a particular scheme. One option can be you put 5 lakh rupees in one go and then you are okay. But there is a risk, my dear friend. Suppose today you invest 5 lakh rupees in equity fund, suppose, and tomato market crashes, market goes down. Next day, your 5 lakh can be even 450 lakh, 4.50 lakhs in a single day. But there is other way around, which you can, how you can avoid this? You can first put your money into some liquid fund, then keep transferring this 5 lakh rupees, out of 5 lakh rupees, some 25,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees in a week or a fortnight in a month to the scheme which is where you intended to invest. So in STP, first you keep the amount of 5 lakh in a particular liquid scheme of the same AMC with the instruction that a particular amount, maybe 10,000, maybe 20, maybe 25,000, be transferred automatically, periodically from liquid fund to the designated scheme. What benefit it will have? That your 5 lakh will be transferred from liquid fund to the designated scheme over a period of say 6 months or 9 months. In this 6 months or 9 months, market will go up and down many times. So your risk will automatically be averaged out. So to manage the risk in one lump sum investment, STP is the best option. Third term is SWP, Systematic Withdrawal Plan. My dear friend, STP is nothing but you are withdrawing some money from your corpus which you have developed for a period of time. And that is most beneficial, Mr. Mayan, for your retirement life. But you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus. Suppose you, being a prudent person, started investing right from today for your retirement corpus, and after 30 years, you have developed a corpus of 5 crore rupees. And you can, my dear friends, I can tell you with my experience, anybody can develop a huge retirement corpus over a period of time, provided you work on it sincerely right from today. Every month you are investing some particular amount to retire. So suppose you have developed a corpus of 5 crore rupees. Now you have retired. You don't have pension, but naturally there is a need to lead a comfortable life even after retirement. From the where money will come, my dear friends, in the scenario when you don't have pension, and you will need very good amount, my dear friends. Mr. Mayor, mind it. After 25 years, if you retire, 30 years you retire, you will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month only for leading a comfortable retirement life. From where you will get that if you don't have pension? The only way out is developing a huge retirement corpus. Suppose you have developed a retirement corpus of 5 crore rupees. Now you have retired. You need 2 lakh rupees per month for your retirement life. Simply write a one line, one sentence mail to the mutual fund company where you have got a corpus. Please keep transferring 2 lakh rupees per month from my corpus to my bank account every month on first. They will do it, which ultimately your money. So they will keep transferring 1 lakh rupees from your corpus to your bank account. What benefit you will have, Mr. Mayank? You will lead comfortable retirement life because you are getting 2 lakh rupees on the first itself. Second benefit is you have withdrawn only 2 lakh rupees. Remaining 4 crore 98 lakhs rupees are reinvested. They continue to generate return for you. So by the year end, when you have withdrawn literally 24 lakhs, that amount would have generated more than 24 lakhs. More than that. Or sometime even at least that benchmark, the same amount will be there even after 1 year. Because they are continue to generate return. So SWP is the best proposition for leading a comfortable retirement life. But for that, again, I tell you, you will have to develop a huge retirement corpus. So a lot of people are thinking of developing retirement corpus now, and they will enjoy their retirement life as well. There are two options of getting return on mutual fund schemes. Suppose you have invested 1 lakh rupees and the mutual fund gives you a return of 8% on in 1 year period. There are two options for you. One option is you get 8% means 8,000, use it and consume and enjoy it. But I think that should not be done. What the other option Mr. Mayan has, that the withdrawal part, this is called dividend option. Whatever you are earning, you are withdrawing it and enjoying it. Other option is growth option. Growth option simply means you are not withdrawing 8,000 which return you have got in 1 year. Automatically it will be reinvested. Automatically. You will not get anything, but your 8% return, in the case 8% return, that will be automatically reinvested. For next year, your principal will become 1,08,000. Again, suppose you want 8 lakh rupees, 8% return. So 8% return will come not on 1 lakh rupees, but 1,08,000 rupees. So it will automatically get increased. So growth option is the best option for making huge corpus for your family needs in future. So always go for the growth option. Don't go for the dividend option. That is also there. As I mentioned to you, mutual fund schemes are available for investment in security market, in equity market, in debt market, in gold, in commodity, even in international funds. You can invest in the market. And then there are dynamic funds and there are extended passive funds. Passive fund simply means they invest your money in particular equity and then keep that equity. Whatever return are there, that will be that is distributed to you for a period of that scheme. In dynamic schemes, fund manager has got leverage to sell and purchase equity share as per trend or as per their projections or as per the support and recommendation of his or her research team. So in passive funds, investments are once made are kept. In dynamic fund, purchase and sale of share is a regular phenomenon. Every day you can sell and purchase shares. In dynamic funds, fees is relatively higher. In passive funds, fees are relatively lesser. So these are the basics of mutual fund I want to tell you. But before concluding my session, I will share 3 mutual fund sites for you. Please note it down, your students and Mr. Sabjar, please note down that site also. And that is the first website, which has been developed by Amfi itself. Is the name of the website is Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. This is the name of the website. Please visit that website. Every information about the mutual fund which we have discussed today, every information is available on this website. What is mutual fund, how it works, what are the different type of mutual fund companies, what are the different type of mutual fund schemes, what is the performance of existing scheme of mutual funds, what is SIP, what is STP, how you can start investment, how you can get redemption in mutual funds. Everything about the mutual fund is available in this website, and this information is authentic, no hearsay, no promotion, no marketing of any particular scheme. This website is particularly developed for sharing knowledge about the mutual fund with the investors. So please do visit and the information is available in major languages of the country: Hindi, English, Telugu, Tamil, Udiya, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi. Most of the languages, this information is available. So kindly do visit this website, not once, but regularly for the next 1 or 2 months. Just spend half an hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day. Get the knowledge what the mutual fund is. You are all educated person. You please get knowledge. And once you are sure about the particular scheme, only then you think of starting investment in mutual fund, maybe through SIP, maybe through STP. Second name of the website is MF Central, Mutual Fund Central. This is again the website developed by all the mutual fund company to give you a fair idea of the mutual fund activities. The third website is Mutual Fund Utility, MF Utilities. MF Utilities. This is also a very good website and will give you a fair idea about the mutual fund and how it works and how you can start investment, what are the benefits, what are the risks, everything is given in this search. And one more thing, SEBI had developed an app that is called Sarthi, Saarthi, Sarthi. Please download that app from SEBI website. Very good app, which will give you fair knowledge about the security market, including mutual funds. So please do visit these websites. Please download this app. Invest your time, my dear friends. Ultimately, it is your money, Mr. Mayan. If you get benefit, you have to make efforts for it. Don't go by the so-called advisors. And one more thing out of context, I want to tell you: this so-called financial influencer on the social media are fraud-minded. I am using very harsh word for them. These are so-called finance. They will keep advising you. This share will go up, that share will go down. Purchase this share, purchase that sector. This is all fraud. And for your knowledge, I can share with you. Recently, SEBI has penalized 7 so-called financial influencers. Out of them, one has been penalized with 17 crore, 17 crore penalty because he was doing wrong things. He was advising you differently and he was doing contra. His action was different than what he was advising, or rather contra to what his advice is. So please be aware of such frauds. Always be alert. Always be aware. If you want to make money on through your investments, you can. Possibility is there. And one thing, man, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not. Next 25 years are going to be golden period of Indian economy. Most people, most even economists and thinkers have come to the view that next 25 years are going to be golden period of Indian economy because Indian economy will grow like anything. But my dear friends, the benefits or fruits of the growth of Indian economy will be available only to those who are investors. Otherwise, Mr. Mayan, after 25 years, you will simply be clapping that my country has gone to this place, my GDP has gone to my country's GDP has gone to. What you got out of it, you will get only when you will invest. That is why I will request all of you, please be an investor. Start investment as early as you can. Continue the investment as long as you can. Always be aware, always be alert about the investments you have made. And if you feel that the performance of the investment product where you are invested is not good over a period of time, change it. Come out of that. Switch it to some other investment products. So you can make money through investment. And that is, I think, Mr. Mayan, that is your right. That is your right. Investment is a necessity, and the first benefit we get will be that we will be getting good money in our life so that we can lead good, comfortable life and so that we can give comfortable life to my family. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Now I am open to questions. If anybody has any questions, please come forward. Just raise your hand. We will unmute you. You can directly ask the questions. Please come forward and ask the question. I will welcome questions from participants. And you have got any doubt, or if you want to contradict any of the points I have made, you are welcome to ask. Please come forward and ask the questions. Any question, my dear friends?
Sir, one question in chat box, how to find a better mutual fund or scheme? Is there any method to find a good mutual fund?
Yes, yes. The simplest method I have just told you. Visit the website mutual fund sahi hai. You will get the fair idea about the schemes available. I will not recommend any scheme. I am not here to promote or market any scheme.
Sir, one more question is mutual fund is the same as the share market or not?
No, it is beyond share market as well. There are, of course, the majority of the scheme in mutual funds relate to share market only. But beyond that, there are schemes in the mutual fund, my dear friends, where your money is invested into real estate. There are schemes in the mutual fund where your money is invested into government securities or government loan. There are schemes in the mutual fund where your money will be invested into commodities market, gold, silver, and other commodities as well. And there are schemes in the mutual fund where your money will be invested into international corporates, big MNCs. So of course, majority of the scheme relate in mutual fund relate to security market only, but beyond that as well, there are plenty of schemes available if you have got flair of investing in other investment products. Yes, please.
Hello,
Any other question?
sir.
Yeah,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
Sir, how can I choose the best financial goals in the mutual fund, sir? About, I mean, which mutual fund on the scheme which will be best for me for long term?
Then you will have to look at a number of factors, not a singular factor. First, what your age? Second, how much you can invest. Third, for how long period you want to invest. And fourth one, what is your target of investment? So investment decisions are taken as per your age, as per your income, as per your time horizon of investments. So I can't give you a single factor which is important in investment, but of course, if you are young, then I will say you go for the equity funds. Equity fund has got risk, my dear. Definitely, they have got greater risk than the debt fund. But they will generate. They are historically speaking, they will give you better return as compared to debt funds. But for me, the situation is totally different, my dear Mr. Nakul. I have already crossed 60. For those who have already crossed 60, equity fund is not a is out of question now. I will invest my money only in debt funds. Debt fund means lesser return but lesser risk. So this is all interconnected, and age is very important factor to take your investment decision. If I don't know your age, if you are around 30, for the next 20 years, 25 years, at least 20 years, you go for investing into good equity funds.
Sir, one more question. What are expense ratios?
Expense ratio are basically the charges which mutual fund companies or is charge for managing the risk or for managing the schemes. And SEBI has got a broad framework in place. They can't charge more than that. They can't charge less than that. And they are charging because of suppose for equity fund, normally the professional expense ratio is around 2.5 to 3% normally as per SEBI guidelines. But a good number of equity schemes are charging even less than that. How? Because of competition. Because suppose four equity funds for different AMCs are working and all have generated return of 8%. In the case of first mutual fund company, suppose the expense ratio is 2%, then the return will be 6% because expense ratio will be deducted, then 6% will be transferred to you. In the case of BAMC, suppose the expense ratio is 1.5%, then they will give you return of 6.5%. In the third case, suppose the expense ratio is 1%, then they will give you a return of 7%. And in the fourth case, suppose the expense ratio is 0.5%, then they will give you a return of 7.5%. So the all generated 8% return. But because of expense ratio, the return, actual return to the investors will vary. This I have given you a simple example. Yes, any other question, my dear friends? No question? Then we can conclude it, Mr. Mayan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can conclude, sir. Thank you so much, Suryakant sir, for your invaluable insights for breaking down complex financial concepts into simple, actionable knowledge. Your session was truly enriching, and we appreciate the wisdom you have shared with us today. Now, we would love to hear from the audience. We have conclude the session. As we come to the conclusion of this enriching session, it is time to express my gratitude. Now I invite Dr. S. Ayyappan, Professor and Program Director, School of Management, CMR University, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Between one question has come in whether mutual funds are tax efficient. Yes, they are tax efficient. I had given you an example of FD and mutual fund investment. In FD, you will have to pay income tax as per your income tax slab. In mutual fund, if you are a short-term investor, the tax liability will be of 12 or 20%. If you are a long-term investor, that is more than 1 year, tax liability will be 12.5%. Yes, Mr. Mayan? Should we close it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you very much. On behalf of
Yes,
Amfi, I
sir.
am thankful to you, your dean, your